Good afternoon, Mark, and thanks very much for your time today.
Oh, thanks, Lee. Appreciate you giving me a chance to have a chat to your clients. Fantastic.
That's excellent. Well, as you may know, Mark, we've got a lot of homeowners out there, and people, they want to come on board with our company. They've got their homes, want to list their homes in the Redbank Plains area. And I was just going to ask you about the things that they might not know about, when they're going to sell their house, but the equity in their home, and how can they best use it? How can they set themselves up for get a plan of attack happening before they sell their home, so they can get that approval by the time they sell their home and get into another home, that type of thing?
Yeah, for sure. Well, but you're right on. I mean, obviously the house needs to be in presentation is the key with their home, but from a lender point of view, it's the same thing. You want the loan to be in good order. You don't want to have any blemishes on the repayments, because that's important. The lenders look at that as the history of your repayments goes a long way towards your next loan. So you want to make sure that looks well, and also your spending habits, leading up to. I understand there might be some expenses that might come up. For example, you might need new curtains or what have you to make it a little bit more presentable. However, you try to keep those to a minimum, because the lender, again, are looking at what your spending habits are and if you can afford the next one, because certainly if the next one's more expensive than your current one, then the lender's going to look at how you can afford the new property, for sure.
And this day and age, they're always checking your visa when you apply for a loan as well, aren't they, to monitor your spending habits? So you've got to be pretty frugal, I guess, in your house.
Yeah, certainly. I mean, you don't want to be getting on the internet and applying for this, that and the other, and zip pay and afterpay and all those type of things that you can use to buy goods that you probably don't need. You probably want them, but you don't necessarily need them. So just to be, again, if this is part of your plan, then you need to put some strategy around it and make sure that those things are taken care of before you go and look towards this. It's a major purchase. Don't go and buy the car yet. Hold off. Once you've got your property, then come back and see us and we can get the car loan for you.
Can they get that pre-approval, like using the current equity in their home, like even if they're going to put it on the market, at least that way there's some equity in the property? Can they do that?
For sure. That's certainly something that we do a lot of, Lee. It's we do a lot where the clients haven't sold yet, and I'm doing one right now where they're going to make at least about $160,000 out of their home sale, and they're using that towards a new purchase. And what we do is we get it pre-approved as though that has already been sold, and we get it to the point where then hopefully if we get a contract on their existing property and they find that the next dream home, that we can get the contracts to settle on or around the same day, and we can make sure it happens, for sure.
So it'd be a smoother transition rather than just getting their house in the market and then by the time it's sold they might apply for a fresh home loan or something, so you'd be saving them a lot of time as well, I'd imagine.
Oh, yeah, I mean, and the lenders aren't, unfortunately, the turnaround times aren't the greatest, so it's always good to make sure your ducks are in a row when you're putting a house on the market and making sure you can afford the next one. So you're not going out there and looking at properties and getting your hopes up, and unfortunately there might not be, you might not be able to do it. So you want to make sure all those things and those bases are covered, for sure. So
if anybody was interested today, how would they best get that information? Are you able to email out them something, or are you able to?
Get in contact with us. First and foremost, our email address is at greaterspringfield@loanmarket.com.au, or alternatively, give us a call on the 1-800-787-909 and talk to one of the guys. There's 6 of us there. We're more than happy to help out. We know the local area. Been around for almost 20 years, so we do know the local area really well.
And I guess in this day and age, you could probably get access to you via Skype or Zoom, perhaps, if they're busy people and everything as well.
Sure, mate, for sure. We do a lot of after hours as well, as similar to yourself, Lee, out there in the marketplace. We do weekends, and of course Zoom and Skype and all those facilities are available. And a lot of our clients also do, rather than even coming in, we send them out all online. Our online fax line and everything can be done, and it's all electronic. And a lot of those applications, as long as we get a chance to meet them somewhere along the way, we can certainly see what we can do to help.
So how long do they, just say if they list their market on the property, they list their house on the market today, how long,
Yep.
how long how long does it stay approved for, the home loan? Does that stay approved for a couple of months? What's the time span on that?
The pre-approval lasts for 90 days, so it's
Okay.
pretty much 3 months. So plenty of
Right.
time to get that sorted and making sure that they can get their house in order, ready for the sale, along with the purchase.
No, that sounds good. It sounds like you've got all your, you've dotted all your I's and crossed your T's. So it's just a matter of getting that plan of attack happening from the very get-go to save you that time in the long run.
Yeah, very much so, mate. And then again, you can get the choice of lender as well. You know, you don't have to go with the same lender that you've been with, because there's a lot of great deals out there, and we're saving clients money hand over fist at the moment. So yeah.
Yeah, I saw on your website the other day you got definitely plenty of lenders there, and I think the cheapest fixed was 2.8 from the NAB, 2.8% from the NAB. Is that right?
Correct. Yeah, correct. And anything, pretty much even your variables should only have a 3 in front of it now.
Okay.
We've had plenty of clients this week that have come back. We've had 2 examples where they've been paying high 3s and one in the mid 4s, and been able to save them, a substantial amount of anywhere between $200 and $270 a month in their repayments. So,
and if they are a homeowner out there, just say they may not be thinking of selling for a year or two, is it a good idea just to get like a home loan checkup, so that way they can ascertain how much equity they have and just get things planning for the future?
Fantastic, mate. It's certainly a great idea. I would recommend it, even if they stay with their current lender. We're not here to take them off their lender, but if I can get them a better deal with who they're currently with, then that's my job. So, happy to have a chat to them about their current mortgage, making sure they're in good stead. So when it does come time for them to put it on the market and get ready and move forward, that they know they've got the best deal they can, and they're ready and prepared to do what they need to do.
Oh, that's excellent, Mark. Sounds like I've got all the bases covered there today. Was there anything else to add on to that?
No, I think, like I said, don't be afraid to reach out. The banks are playing off the fact that we don't ask the right questions. So The more that you ask a question, the more that the questions that you ask about what's the best deal, how can I get the best loan, what's your best interest rate, like you mentioned before, is it fixed and so forth. But if you're selling, you might not want to fix, but find out, ask the questions. But if you don't want to go to your bank, then we have 63 lenders. So come to us. We can do all the hard work for you, and we don't charge a thing.
And a bit about you, Mark. You've been around I've known you for a long time, probably nearly 20 years now, and you've been around the area for nearly 20 years with your business. Is that right?
Yeah, correct. Yeah, we've been 20 years. We've now, like I said, we've got 6 brokers on the road. We've done over $700 million in lending over that period of time. We certainly know what we're doing, and again, we're one of the guys that is totally independent. We're not owned by a bank. We don't have any allegiance to a bank at all, and we're totally free of charge. And
you're only about 5 minutes away from Redbank Plains as well, aren't you? Up in
just down the road
in Springfield, there, aren't you? Yes.
Yeah, just down the road.
Oh, that's excellent. All right, Mark. Yeah, so hopefully, and you always, and as a mortgage, as a mobile lender, there's yourself, you've got the team, so there's always somebody that can go and have a chat to some of the people there in the local area. That's for sure, isn't it?
Well, the other thing is we can come to them as well. So it's certainly not. We're not desk bound. We'd love them to come to us. It makes it a bit easier for us, but we're more than happy to come and see them in their own home. And we know, that people have families and people have commitments, so we're happy to work around those as well.
I guess it's just the state of the age of technology. Just everybody about organising their time, whether they come to see you personally or you go to see them, or using the Zoom or the Skype, etc. So we're in a good age in that department. So yeah, that sounds excellent, mate.
Fantastic.
All right, certainly appreciate your time today, Mark. And what's your phone number for them to get in touch with you there?
Well, you've got a couple of numbers. You can ring the office on 1-800-787-909. Alternatively, they can give me a call directly on 0423 021 253.
Okay, and best thing to do if you're a homeowner out there is probably get that plan of attack happening. If you are thinking of selling, maybe go and have a chat to Mark today and see what he can do for you.
Fantastic. Thanks for your time, Lee.
All right. Yeah, thanks for today, Mark.